guard and left guard.
Which is the one that you felt more comfortable at than others?
Originally, when I got in at right guard, I thought it was pretty good. I felt most comfortable right there. Getting on guys. Just kind of getting my first NFL snaps was good, and then going out to tackle. We had a couple run plays, and we had that one bomb to Calvin. So I guess my drive at tackle started off good, and then left guard. I finished out the rest of the game. It was pretty good. So like I said, whatever I'm at, I'm just giving it my best, and whatever's good for the team is good with me.
Is that kind of what you expected after what you've done in practice? Was that workload any different?
Yeah. So obviously I've been repping tackle, but Pat told me before the game, he was like, think more inside before outside coming up in this game. So he told me it was going in the second at right guard. He's going to get Dot out, and
It seems like correct me if I'm wrong, you seem to rep mode's a left tackle, which you didn't play that at all in the game.
Yeah, that's funny. I was like, I'm working left since before practice, pre-game, working left, and I was like, Pat's like, hey, look inside before outside, whatever. So I was like, you just got to be ready on the fly, even though I've been repping left all week. He said, go to right. I'm like, cool.
It's the way they talked about you as a draft, they probably say the same thing to you. This is why they like you. So one of them,
Yeah. Like I said, wherever the team needs me, that's where I'm going.
Have you teamed repped at all at center?
No, I've taken a couple when we go competition period team run pods with the D-line. Took a couple snaps at center, and some guys are like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" Like the old lineman, obviously, they're like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Chill, like that." And then they're like, "Okay, my bad." And, they don't believe I can snap it. It's right on the money every time. I feel like you just kind of let it go right in between your legs, and it's good. And then the only thing that's hard about it is like when you have a shade on you, like somebody on your snap hand. But every center, has a different way of dealing with that. Yeah.
How do you deal with versatility? Is it hard to master something when you're doing so many different things at once?
Yeah, I told Dan, it's kind of funny. I saw, he was telling me the analogy is like wiping his butt with his left hand. And I'm just thinking, I thought to myself, I'm like, if you break your right hand, I'm like, if I broke my right hand, how would that be? Like, my life would be miserable. And, Dan's like, hats off to you because he kind of struggles with it. But, everything is just, before the play, you kind of like, wait, hold on, everything's kind of flipped in your head. And, you take a step, if you're going right, you're like, hold on, I got to cut off backside. I'm like, everything's just kind of flipped in your head. And so you just kind of have that quick mental picture before you take the rep and play ball.
Everyone talks about the NFL being faster. How much harder is it to process things while you're also trying to process being in all these different spots?
Yeah, definitely. We have plays where we're calling one play and then we're alerting to another play depending on the defensive coverage. So, I'm sitting over there kind of in my stance. Quarterback's going through his little cadence or whatever. I'm just like, hold on, okay. All right, I got to go this way, that way. Wait, what was the alert? So you kind of got to be locked in. I had a mess up out here. Obviously, I was just playing left tackle and practice is now false started because I'm, again, in my head, I'm like, everything's flipped. And, I forgot the cadence in the huddle. But, that's going to happen. I just got to be locked in. And, yeah.
What position did you start at Maryland, or were you always kind of moving around?
When I started out at Maryland in my freshman year, I played 4 games at interior. I played right guard and left guard, and then played right tackle from 19, 20, and 21. In 21, I played 4 games at center, and then all last year I played right guard and 1 game at right tackle. So
that against her big out there in the last drill. Is that for the 3 on the rubber match and everything?
Yeah, the rubber match. Yeah, I got him on the first one, and he kind of got me on the second one, and then the third one was kind of like is the ball gonna be out? But no, it's always gonna compete with him. He's really good. Obviously playing against him in Wisconsin, I wasn't lined up over him because I was at guard, but I remember he had 3 sacks against us, and I was like, man, he's nice. And then when we got here, I'm like, wow, that's crazy. He's nice, and he's gonna be special. I can already see it. Taking information from TJ. So it's kind of no difference blocking the two. Obviously, TJ's a proven guy in the league, but I feel like Nick's going to do that in the coming years, stay healthy and do what he does.
Did you start moving around the line out of necessity, or was that something that you had wanted to do to maybe get more versatile?
Yeah. So in college, some guys are like, I only play this, I only play that, and I'm like, well. Where does the team need me? Obviously, I didn't like it at first, coming in, being a young freshman. I'm like, I play tackle. Like, what do you mean, coach? And then, as time goes on, some guys can only play tackle, and they're our next best linemen. So it's like, all right, I'll bump down one because I don't want to come out the game. So, just sharpening my toolbox and, being wherever the team needs me, being a team guy. Because I mean, like a good quote that I was taught my freshman year: "Get out of yourself and get into the team." So that's just how I look at it. I know obviously sometimes you have those doubtful thoughts of like, you know, am I good at even one position? But you know, you deal with it.
Do you expect to specialize at something pretty soon? Or
yeah, I mean, I would specialize in whatever. I mean, if I was told, you know, hey, you're here, then great. But other than that, I'm going to just, you know, keep my feet hot and be ready for whatever's next.
What's your relationship with Broderick? Coming in the same class, same kind of position. I mean, you're repping the most of that position.
Yeah.
You guys are working together a lot? Or
Yeah, me and Brod, that's my man. We, you know, we're always talking, texting, you know, in the dorms, you know, just chopping it up. You know, whether we're complaining about something or, you know, cheering about something, we just always chopping it up. And he's a good guy. You know, we take care of each other. If we get beat or we win a rep, you know, we're kind of like talking to each other like, did you see that? You know, like, oh, Lord, you know what I mean? So they're like, he caught my outside hand and stuff like that. But yeah, it's good, you know, building a relationship with the entire rookie class. So obviously my man Trice got hurt, but, you know, I was just with him yesterday. That's my guy too. But yeah, Brod's cool. I mean, we're just trying to pick each other's brains. And
do you know, how well did you know Dino Tomlin? Did you know Mike before?
Yeah, Dino was my teammate at Maryland. He, you know, played wide receiver. I know he's at Boston College now. I saw him during rookie mini camp. And then Mason, his other son, is a line and whatnot. So, you know, I seen Dino catching touchdowns in the spring game and whatnot. So he should be due for a good year. But yeah, it was good being around him. And funny enough, I'd never seen Coach Tomlin at a game, even though I think he said he might have came to one or two, but I had never seen him at a game. Full circle moment now, I guess.
Thanks.